You're listening to KEXP. We are listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM in Seattle, streaming worldwide and 24 hours a day at kexp.org. And we have also got free mobile apps. You can take KEXP with you wherever you go. Also, check up on our YouTube channel. Oh, I'm so excited about this in studio. I can't even spit the words out. Our YouTube channel is chock full of great live music for you to discover. You can subscribe on YouTube to KEXP. And without further ado, I'm so excited to welcome Caroline Rose to the KEXP studios. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
It's so great to have you here. Absolutely love the new record and can't wait to hear you perform some of these songs live. So take it away. Caroline Rose live on KEXP.
I've got something to say. Babe, you've got to take it or leave it. It's not your fault. It's just the way you are. Right now, tell me what is wrong. 'Cause I'm no longer having fun of it all. I'm done. Life goes on. I just gotta do my thing. Get some fresh air in my lungs. I just gotta take a beat and shake it off. If only it were that easy. A flick of the wrist, a turn of the page to let you go. My God, you make such a hard brick wall. So instead, I'm beating my head against the dashboard of your compact car. Just tell me what you want. Testing, testing. Is this thing on? Boy, you're gonna hate this song. Just tell me what you want. An actor, 'cause I'm scared and I'm fully unprepared for this. I ain't trying to kill me. I'll block out all the signs. Let's give this one more try. I just can't bear to lose you. I am just pretending not to lose my mind. My mind. So what do we do now? If there's nothing left to say, do we shake hands? Do we embrace? Do we just walk away? I'm becoming someone else. 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 I'm becoming someone else.
So powerful. You're listening to Caroline Rose live on KEXP, songs from the new album, The Art of Forgetting.
If I'm a doormat,
You're listening to songs from The Art of Forgetting from the new album by Caroline Rose here in our KEXP studios.
I just wanna be there for someone completely.
You're listening to Caroline Rose live here in the KEXP studios. That was Everywhere I Go, I Bring the Rain, one of my faves from the new album, The Art of Forgetting. And I love all the vocals on that track. A big shout out to Glenn, Lena, Mike, and Riley. That sounds great, having all five of you sing on that.
I woke up on the hour when she came out of the shower. I went down on her, golden sunlight through the curtains. Rooster in the street, bienvenidos a Miami. But she wouldn't touch me, and hadn't for weeks. I wish I could collect all of the subtle rejections, wrap them all up in a bow, and say thank you, nice to know you. I loved all of our time. Maybe I'll see you down the line. You know you never knew my worth. Honestly, neither did I. But the beautiful people in a beautiful place, in a beautiful room. I guess I'm a strange one who's just taking up space and blocking the view. My mom always said, never victimize yourself. You gotta be strong, you got to protect yourself. You know your father and I are in the last stage of our lives. So for God's sake, no more talk of how you imagine dying. I say this all the time, ma, but I'm really doing fine, ma. I mean, you know, sometimes my life is just plain trying, ma. Just because I'm brooding and I kill everything moving, it doesn't mean I'm losing my marbles, I'm just moody. Clean up all the memories, sweep the bad under the rug, put the good inside a coffer. I wish I knew anything, 'cause even at my best, I don't know why I even bother. This is the hard part, the part that they don't tell you about. There is the art of loving. This is the art of forgetting how. This is gonna break you. You're gonna rip your own heart out. There is the art of loving. This is the art of forgetting how. 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 You gotta get through this life somehow. You gotta get through this life somehow. You gotta get through this life somehow. You gotta get through this life somehow.
Caroline Rose live on KEXP. that song Miami from the beautiful new album, The Art of Forgetting. And I have been listening to this record over and over for the last month, and it's just extraordinary to hear these songs performed live today. Thank you so much for sharing this music. I can tell and see how much you're putting into it and how much it also takes from you. So we really appreciate you being here today.
Thanks.
You okay?
Sometimes that one really gets me.
It is. It gets me too, and you lived it. So I can only imagine. Well, I wasn't going to jump right in here, but I just no, I'm not going to go there. But the title is very striking, and it can have multiple meanings, and you're just belting it out over and over in that song, and just talking about love. And can you talk a little bit about the title and what it means to you?
Yeah, let me just compose myself a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah, the title. Well, the title comes from that song, and it's a line in the song Miami. And it was one of the earlier songs that I wrote. And at the time, I just had a lot of like resentment and anger, and it was sort of it felt more like a resignation, I guess. And the more I wrote for the album, I think the more I was kind of healing in a way. And by the end of it, it felt more like a healthy letting go, like the kind of taking the idea of to forget something not necessarily as a bad thing. It's just, you let it go.
Caroline Rose fans don't live anywhere in the middle. They love you. And I first discovered you many, many years ago through fans of your records and your live shows, people saying you have to listen to this, you have to get out. I have a friend who is a long-time music industry person who just saw your show in Denver, said it was the best show they ever saw in their life. You really have that way of connecting with your audience. I know that this record very much does. I know it took a lot out of you. And your last album, Superstar, came out in March of 2020, which basically meant there was no touring following that release, and all the love and passion and time and energy and money that you put into it just kind of came crashing down. And it sounds like you were going through some very personal things in your life that were challenging, but it also seemed like a time following that you rediscovered how much you loved and found joy in music, and that you hadn't really set out to write a record. You were just playing for the personal joy of it. Can you talk a little bit about that time?
Yeah, and I can also say that this is a record that I really just wanted to make it for me. It's like my personal story of this time. And I think when I was first writing the material, I had no motivation, because I no motivation to do anything with it. And I think that's part of why I think it's a good album, is it's very like pure in that way. The songs just kind of, most of them kind of arrived, and a lot of material never made it, never made it on the album. But it was just a very pure time of just reconnecting emotionally with the guitar. And I hadn't really just sat around and noodled on the guitar in so long, and I just kind of fell in love with it all over again, like when I was a teenager,
Yeah, what did that feel like, not to have anybody giving you any input or any deadlines?
Good. Felt good. No suits were involved in the making of this album.
Well, when did you decide that it was going to turn into something that was purely for you, into something you felt like you wanted to share?
Well, I don't know. I kind of flirt all the time with just wanting to quit this. It's like such a crazy lifestyle. And there's other things that I want to do with my life, And I didn't even really know if I wanted to keep doing music, but I felt like I had one. I was like, I think I got one record left in me. Who knows how I'll feel if I, after this album cycle is done. I don't know what I'm going to do. But, yeah, I don't know. It just, I guess at a certain point, it felt too good not to share. And every other day I kind of flit back and forth between feeling like I've made a grave mistake putting it out. But so it's like very taxing.
Well, certainly to perform it, which we're witnessing here, and we're sorry to make you talk about it right now. I do want to just ask you about those beautiful little interstitials from your grandmother in there.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell me about including those in the record and where they came from.
Well, I'd always wanted to do this project because my grandma would always call me, and we spoke a lot. I mean, we speak. Well, she actually has since passed away, so those have kind of become these like little. I don't know, they're just extra special now, I guess. But I'd always wanted to do this project with her voicemails. She would send me, I had all these voicemails from her, and it would always be a really similar message, but you could always hear like how she was feeling that day, because sometimes her voice would be really dejected, and then over time, so I have like years worth of voicemails from my grandma, and I was just going to do it as like a personal project to see, how it sounded over time, like how her voice changed and she was losing her memory and, dying. And then this theme of memory just kept resurfacing in the album again and again. And so it kind of had this like dual purpose. One was this, it sort of pinch me moment of, because most of the record takes place in my head and I'm so hurt and in a lot of pain, and my grandma would call me every day, and it was just sort of this like a wake up, someone cares about you kind of moment. Like, so it offers brevity in a otherwise really heavy album. But also I thought it was interesting that she was losing her memory, and all I wanted to do at that time was just forget all the painful memories, and all she wanted to do is just remember everything. I just thought it was interesting.
So bittersweet. Well, it's beautiful on there. And thank you for being so vulnerable in the gift of this beautiful album. I can see how much it takes out of you. And I appreciate that you have shared these songs with us today. And I know that people seeing them out on tour, as I said, my friend said the best show she ever saw. So
that's very sweet.
Highly recommend people get out and see Caroline Rose on this tour. The beautiful album, The Art of Forgetting, out on New West Records. Again, thank you to all of you. You sound wonderful together.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to all of our wonderful viewers for making amazing sessions like this possible. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, get notification every time a new video launches, and learn more about us at KEXP.org. Thank you again once more. It's Caroline Rose live on KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.